because of the deep market position. He didn't challenge Cat. He didn't smoke off market. He just waited. And therefore, Nemiga take themselves into what is, of course, a hold on the B site. MDS has been sat here since he took over the catwalk. He is serving as a very real issue in terms of delaying the rotates, but the rotators chew through him. And now because of that, it pushes pressure onto SpeedAC and Box. One by one, the remaining players of Nemiga in this post plant fell in individual fights. G2, they let them have the B site. They dealt with that anchor who was meant to hold them in middle. And G2 Esports very comfortable through and through for this pistol. Nemiga coming into this A site through connector. NiKo backing up, unsuspecting on the side of that smoke. This A site is completely clear. 3 frags coming through for Nemiga. And this makes things interesting. We're going to stay tied early on here. First 5 rounds of Counter-Strike out of a team who has little to lose, and I'm liking what I see.
Obviously, there's some mistakes from Nemiga, but these A walkouts are so dangerous, and they can consistently try to be prepared for someone to come out A ramp, and it depends how many times they think it's going to happen. And eventually, they might start catching
NiKo at the moment. If NiKo challenges around this, that could be the opening shot, but instead, it's Kenny S. Off at the ticket booth, he's able to get himself the man advantage. Now, of course, we've got Nexa showing his position by smoking out the Molotov. Kenny takes to the top of the box through the smoke with his second kill of the round. NiKo, a far more passive angle that does open up the chance for SpeedAC to walk out. But remember, he took damage, so any risk he takes is amplified by that early punch in the face. 5v3, 40 seconds. And that bomb's already over towards Sandwich. MDS goes down as Nexa finally decides to come out from his troll hole looking for a fight. And, well, Joe falling at NiKo's hands as he finally decides to...
They're going back to B. Okay, this is where AmaNEk has to really screw on those glasses. Right? He's going to pay attention here. As Kenny S will get a kill. The flash comes over. AmaNEk probably knows what's on the way now, and Kenny S will move into position in the B side.
He's going to get himself behind the further columns. AmaNEk drawing attention downwards. That should prime Kenny S. And sure enough, he's got himself another kill in the mix. It's SpeedAC back with the op. 1 kill in this round already. And 30 seconds left, but he wide swings into Nexa, a position that just a second sooner had.
One perfectly timed by G2.
AmaNEk going to remain aggressive, but he goes past Box and loses out as Box is going to deliver us a multi-kill. He's able to get himself back around the corner of connector. Lollipop into ramp, getting the better of NiKo. The gun round coming out of Nemiga looks good.
Preem absolutely perfect there from Lollipop. Inside of the smoke, NiKo, I'm sure, felt like he had a big advantage. 2-on-5 situation after AmaNEk gets caught off guard going into connector. So again, the game plan does go a little bit faster, but Nemiga, they're playing inside of the choke points. They're playing very close up, trying to get ahead of this, not letting G2 get too much map control, because I definitely think that is where they would be the strongest.
Another one comes in, kill after kill.
2 ops here, one for Geo as well.
2 ops was the name of the game for G2 CT side, and I'm happy.
Foremost, wanted to just put something down at mid before moving back into a full A exec. Lollipop up to bat again.
AmaNEk peeks into it, headshot immediately with SpeedAC over the shoulder, giving us another op kill. A 5v3 for Nemiga. NiKo, he's going to try to take this all back, but the opera's already in position. Hits the shot he needs to. Nexa, 1 versus 4. 40 seconds. And a Molotov at the feet of SpeedAC pushes him into the open, but Nexa can't double down. And we've got Nemiga with 4 map points. And as if things weren't already dire enough for Nemiga trying to close this first map, we'll see if Lollipop can manage. He swaps over to the AK-47. That's a little more firepower for Nemiga to work with. And, well, He's going to go out and challenge. A huge challenge versus the bomb carrier. He's taken down to 15 HP, but Lollipop now with 29 kills is taken out of the situation. There's a CT close on sight. Kenny S just barrel stuffs him straight between the eyes, and the peak goes back to Box with just the scout. AmaNEk taps, 40 seconds, and the bomb goes down. It's AmaNEk in the 3K, Box wrapping all the way around from Cat, and AmaNEk, well, he's in the safety of the site.
This just burns time off the clock. AmaNEk, he's looking for a timing, but he's not peeking off of triple. This is everything looking for the fry. Oh my goodness, Box! He pulls out a gun, jumps, and ends up dying. This is G2 to take it to overtime.
Yep.
And Leapfrog with a unicorn is what he was playing.
Yeah. Hunter, he's going to slip through jungle. Lollipop, 32 kills off of that one versus AmaNEk, and it's Nexa to then counter him. MDS down Cat. Nexa's going to prioritize the peak. MDS catching him off with the position. Flashbang to challenge Kenny, but there it is. The last fingertips. And now Joe also dying at the hands of NiKo. He extinguishes the fire, but not the entire threat. Nemiga still heavy in middle. 50 seconds to work with. Nexa prying eyes towards top mid, finds SpeedAck, just trying to leave. He wanted to walk away, and Box is going to get checked by AmaNEk. Now, if Lollipop, who has been phenomenal on some entries, can't deliver this clutch, then we have Nemiga with a heartbreaking loss on map 1. He's got 33 kills across all of these rounds, and 30 seconds left to play this one. Smoke grenade on Nexa. He's just going to tuck himself behind this ticket booth. And if Lollipop plants on connector side, then he's going to be okay. But anything that's exposed to CT, without going for that first peek, he would have been dead. He calls the bluff, and there's no catwalk peek. That is a moment of relief for Lollipop, because now he knows he can retract himself into a more comfortable post plant. However, my question falls back to Nexa's smoke. That in and of itself could create this moment of pandemonium. And with a flashbang on AmaNEk, that too could just make this clutch attempt from Lollipop way too much to handle. We'll see. Smoke goes down, and it's the op shot of all things to just keep it nice and clean. G2 recover after facing 4 map points and win Mirage in overtime.
Read beautifully by G2, and a very...
Had that piece of utility. They didn't use it to get the initial cross. It cost them. They throw it down here to try and ice out this 2 versus 2. Kenny S is going to get a little bit of contact. We've seen Joe with already 2 nice headshots in the pistol round. T's versus CT's. Kenny S could very well make the difference. Nexa's then going to push onto the ramp alongside him. And yes, it's Kenny S with the final 2 frags for G2. It's eventually going to get used. We hit the 20-second mark. NiKo's looking to take Box off of middle, and if he does, that could have been Joe pulled from tunnels. But look at this, the nades are perfect, and MDS laying down the damage. Nemiga's first gun round, what could have been a 5v4 with the first op shot out the gate, is instead turned into the CT's victory.
And Joe does live, so nicely
focused for the first headshot. Couple of smoke grenades thrown out to block CT spawn. This would be a 4v2 split for G2 on the B site. Lollipop's going to try with the spam. Joe behind boxes goes unchecked from Hunter, and MDS cuts off the player towards tunnels. This is a slaughter to the favor of Nemiga. Every single kill goes their way. AmaNEk down on the entry. Trade's looking good enough for Nemiga. MDS could extend. He's got 2 more players in the tunnels, but Hunter not going to let him succeed. Box answers back. Minute 20. Bombs dropped in the open. Kenny S shaving Lollipop off of the windowsill. We're going to get a chance as well here because NiKo, he's going to pop down into the CT spawn.
This
could have found SpeedAck, but now he's worked through doors.
This is a very interesting mid-round because the CTs are going to be pushing up, getting info. This is good for them. They'll have the bomb. They won't see Kenny S. The time starts to change where, okay, they're going to hear him now at mid. This is obviously purposeful just to try to bait them into pushing tunnels, but they haven't done that yet. And now NiKo will move up, and depending on where NiKo peeks this from, he could have an advantage. SpeedAck, he's not prepared. Okay, he'll quickly adjust. Look very sharp there. If it had to be a flick, seemed like it'd be dead on. 38 seconds. The pressure starts to mount here for Nemiga. They feel the need to make a move. SpeedAck, he's just out of the sight. He'll start to move in. There's an opportunity for NiKo to come in and SpeedAct gets ripped to shreds through the wall, but he's still alive.
NES, time to creep out. 15 seconds, trying to bait some shots, and sure enough, SpeedAct hones in on him. Nemiga win a round. It's been a little while. Start thinking poorly of you.
That's true. Image is everything.
Oh,
and
Box.
Box.
He just looked away.
Terrifying
He had
image
the
for him.
crosshair placement. He could have at least taken down a player with him. Now all of a sudden, it's Lollipop or nothing. He's going to lay down the incendiary flashes for his peak, and the T's smoke this off. This time, they're going to make sure they don't leave any sort of a gap, and also the double flash to deny Lollipop any vision. MDS has got himself into a better position, and then he even goes one further with Joe's flashbang. That was 3 flash assists, 2 of which on his teammates. He goes wide, gets the headshot, but the frag grenade seals the deal. An 11-4 lead for G2. Feels the heat of this mid play, and there it is. AmaNEk extending for that deep position because knowing, ooh, Tech9, Deagle, and another Lollipop. Oh, and through the smoke,
Talk
dude.
to him, MDS.
Pistols pay off for Nemiga. It is never too late to fight tooth and nail, and I think that same message needs to be drilled into Nexa as he attempts this final 1v2. He doesn't have a kit. He's throwing the incendiary over towards the car.
He's gonna know.
MDS so low, the peak comes out, and that's enough of that. Box ends it. Nemiga's forced.
One had to help him up there. You cannot climb in this game.
It is all on Kenny. Kenny at the B side is everything for the moment. He's looking away from the flashbangs. It goes beyond him. Lollipop's in the corner, comes out. Kenny catches him through the smoke and the flick to end this. G2 take the series 2-0, and I would say a crucial win because now, as you said, as this tournament continues, yeah, Nemiga, they're not eliminated yet, but